All right, guys. Welcome back. And I know you probably don't seen my last episode that just came out, and we were just talking about how you can obtain and maintain a woman's mind. But right now, we're gonna get into it because if you're looking at this is early October, so we're getting into that what some people might call spooky season, but people with a little bit more life going on will be calling it cuffing season. So that way you guys ain't falling behind as far as cuffing season is going on and you can get what you want. We got 8 things your ass should not be doing with any woman. All right, so I want to welcome you guys back. I'm your host, Juice, and this is the Squeeze Podcast, and we're going to break down life challenges and give you the real on how you can best live your life, the most intentional. Today, we're taking a deep dive specifically into 8 things your ass ain't never going to do with a woman. Now, don't get it twisted. This ain't no old school rule book or playing games. Nah, we're talking about real wisdom, real respect, leveling up your connections with wisdom. With women. Damn it. About to start this whole shit over. 1 minute. All right, guys. Welcome back. This is another episode of The Squeeze with your boy, Juice. And I know y'all probably seen my last episode, the one that we were talking about how to obtain and maintain a woman's mind. And that's because we getting right on into this, what you might call spooky season, but with people with more real lives and things really going on, it's cuffing season. So just to get into that and so that way you guys ain't falling into none of these traps, we got 8 things your ass should never be doing with a woman. So we're going to break down one of the biggest challenges, and I'm going to get right into it because I don't want to waste too much of your time. And I know a lot of you guys, you don't get it because y'all might think this is some old school rule book or some game playing nonsense. Nah, this is real respect, real wisdom, real leveling up your connection with women. See, all too often, men move without thinking. They end up wondering why things go sideways. But if you want to master this truth, you know what I'm saying? You really want to show and know how to navigate relationships on some next level ass ish. And these principles here are going to be key. So let me break it down. Some of y'all might want to take notes though. All right, let's start with number 1, and it's going to be foundational. Do not ever treat your woman as a superior. You ever heard a dude out there saying, oh, this woman is everything to me, you know, she's a queen, all of this other nonsense? You ever get the vibe that she thinks the same thing about him? Like, what are we even on? Because respect at the end of the day is non-negotiable. And mastering that truth right there means understanding that everyone has their own worth, whether it's your girl or a girl at work or somebody you're just vibing with, a female friend. I want y'all to all know it's all about respect. All right? Y'all are both human beings. I ain't going to say that y'all both on the same level, but y'all got to make sure that she knows where she's at. Make it clear. And putting her on a pedestal, idolizing her like she's some damn goddess, that shit is toxic. All right? If you on that extreme, you're going to miss the mark. You need to be building connections, not power dynamics. All right? So number 2. Now, this one is going to sound like all about control, but picture you and your girl are having a disagreement. What's the move? I mean, you get loud, you get defensive. Or do you control your breath and do you keep calm? Because mastering that right there, because at the end of the day, it's always keeping a cool head. That's number 2. Staying cool, calm, collected. Mastering that inner calm, maintaining that is going to show that you are above all the rest. You feel me? And what happens when they see that growth? It's in that moment where you choose not to react, where you choose not to move with intentions of your emotions. You keep your head cool, and guess what? She's going to appreciate that. because you created a space where conversation is real and not a shouting match. It's all about being steady and solid as a rock. Number 3, stop lying. Don't be lying. Let's talk honestly right now, y'all. You're on a date. You might feel the urge to flex a little bit, maybe exaggerate about a job or a car you're leasing, but don't do that. When you're mastering this stuff that I'm telling you right now, and like I said, I want you guys to make sure you take notes. You know that keeping it 100 is going to be crucial. Because if you're not doing that, you're laying weak foundations. And the moment those lies get untruthed, if they unearth them lies, trust me, everything that you built so far is going to crumble. So show up as your real self, flaws and all. Yeah, it may feel vulnerable, but this is where the real magic happens. Authenticity always wins. And I didn't want to give that like a little stutter because I got a lisp and I know that. And see, that's me being honest. That's me being upfront with you guys. So if you ever hear me sound like words slurred together, that's because I got a lisp. You know what I mean? It can't nothing I really can do about that. It's really a physical thing. I've had speech therapists and all those other kind of things, and it's a very hard mountain to climb. I'll say that. But all right, so let me get back to the honesty thing, because ladies can spot fake energy a mile away. So you don't even want to be trying that. Okay, because it's going to be spotted and ain't no point. Number 4, respect her boundaries and autonomy, right? I'm not saying that you shouldn't have your own boundaries, because a lot of y'all might listen to this and say, oh, I don't need to have any of my own. No, listen, fellas. You can be all up in her business trying to control what she does, who she sees, or how she moves. But mastering what I'm trying to tell you means understanding that you can't control other people, only yourself. So you're going to have to respect her autonomy. When you honor her boundaries, when you're not just showing respect, but you're building trust, that's the kind of foundations that relationships are built on. It's about 2 people walking side by side together, not one person pulling all the strings. This one right here is going to be big. So I want all of y'all to sit down and make sure y'all liking this video. This video needs to get over 100 likes, because this one right here is going to be a bombshell to a lot of you guys. Number 5, do not seek validation through relationships. If you're out here looking for a woman to complete you, that's a hell no. That's not going to work. That's not going to be rocking, yeah. You already lost. Feel yourself before you ask for others to come and be a part of your life. And just know, if you really lock into what I'm telling you right now, knowing this truth, you're going to know true happiness. And guess what? That true happiness is found right up in here, within. Not in other people. If you're relying on relationships to define your worth, you are setting yourself up for disappointment, bro. Focus on becoming whole within yourself first. That's when you attract a relationship that complements you, not one that fills a void. And that's why a lot of you guys now feel like something is always lacking, because you're expecting that person to fill in what you're missing. And that's why a lot of you are still feeling miserable. And I think this happens on both sides. And I know because I'm working with you guys on a day-to-day basis. So you got to kind of let go of that. But number 6, this one is mainly for you guys. Do not fall for those damn thirst traps. This one should be a no-brainer, but it's worth repeating. It ain't nothing but corn and OF all over the place. But you need to pay it little to no mind. Because if you don't want a hoe, don't chase him. This world doesn't need any more dudes out here objectifying or making crude comments on the street. You're not showing your strength. You're just showing your insecurities. So mastering this knowledge I have means respecting everyone's humanity, not reducing them to objects of desire. But let's be real. A man who sees a woman's mind her soul, her strength, her spirit, now that's a man worth respecting. And that's going to segue me into number 7, right? It's similar to number 6, but don't depend on the relationship to define you. And what I mean by that is when you find that person, don't expect them to complete the part that you're missing. And for some of y'all, it might be, oh, I don't schedule myself in time to do certain things. You shouldn't be expecting that woman to come in and start being your a secretary. A lot of y'all be thinking y'all gonna get it all in one. And that's the thing, like, you know, back in the day, we spread out the type of things that we got from people. We expect so much, and they placate the notion of you got to do it on your own, bring it by yourself and all of that. But, you know, the biggest thing you have to understand is we're communal creatures. We get all of our things from other people. You know, you have to be whole within yourself, but once you complete in yourself, you're going to understand that there are things that you lack in. And then that's when you have to rely on others. So it's about being whole within your own self and bringing that wholeness to the table so that it's clear. And if you're looking for someone to define you, you're already setting yourself up for unrealistic expectations. So when you know your worth, your relationship thrives because it's built on mutual respect, not on dependency. And you guys are probably going to want to check out my video on why your ass can't find love, because it speaks upon all of this stuff right here. And a lot of y'all are swirling into the same things. But if you check out that video, I'm probably going to put it up right here with the magic of the internet, and you can check it out as easy as pie. The last but not least one that I want you guys to do, you got to practice your self-control. And it's easy to get caught up in your emotions, but mastering yourself is all about knowing when to hit pause. Don't be out here making impulsive moves and saying things you know you're going to regret later on. Whether you're in an argument or just navigating day to day, keep cool, because it shows that you are always in your best self. You're calm, cool, collected, and you're in control. Now, look, relationships ain't easy, but when you focus on mastering this knowledge that you are getting right here, when you're setting yourself up for success and you're not just about getting a woman, it's about understanding her, respecting her, and growing together, then trust me, that's when you'll know she'll approach you with the kind of energy the whole rest of these other guys are wishing they could get. So with that, my beloved family, hit that like button for me, hit the subscribe button, and share this episode with anybody you feel like could gain something from it. And drop down in those comments for me if you feel like this episode hit home for you. Now, as always, guys, live as long as you want, never want as long as you live, and always squeeze the best out of life. This is your boy Juice. Peace.